Hi, so it's day 2 of the diary. It's now 2:30, and well, I need to fill you in from yesterday. So I said that I'd done some yoga, and I was going to do some work, and I did do some work yesterday. I'm working on some uni work, and I did do some, but I kind of had a foggy brain. It was quite hazy and quite thick to wade through. I couldn't think straight, and I wasn't as sharp as I am when I'm healthy. I just couldn't quite grasp what I was reading, and that, I'm not a fool. I'm not a bigot either. I know how to read. It was just taking me a lot longer, and it was distressing. It was really upsetting me because on the one hand I want to move forward and I want to learn. I'm precocious, and on the other hand, I can't, I have to just read a page and be satisfied with that for a day. I feel like I'm regressing, um, and I'm not making full potential of my brain whatsoever. Um, and I fear that when I'm 30, I'll be the one who's who is a fool, who is a bigot, because I just don't know enough, because I can't experience enough. Um, I'm I'm not being able to soak in the information as much as usual, or like, I don't know, or experience things on the outside world, because outside of my bedroom, because I can't go there, and that upsets me. I My skin did have a kind of not as waxy, but it had a waxy layer on in the afternoons, and I wondered why, because I wasn't that tired. I had a nap of sorts. I woken up late, and usually, oh yeah, no, yeah, I'd woken up early, and therefore and I'd done my film and things. So then the rest time needed, usually I go around 4, but obviously because I was up earlier, I had to go for a nap earlier, and so around 2:30, 3, I could definitely feel like I was flagging, and nothing was happening. So and I had to go for a rest. I had to go for a rest after doing this video. So I think I rested for about 4 hours yesterday, and I was awake for about that time. So I mean, at least it's equaling out, but it's definitely a tough day yesterday. I got a bit emotional. I don't know why I got emotional. It's not like me. I'm not the boohoo type. I'm not weepy. I'm not the emotional girl. I'm quite strong-willed. But I felt in control. And women, you can, all the women out there, you might be able to relate to me, because it's kind of when your hormones take control of you during your time of the month. Similar to that, but a lot worse, because obviously I go through that too. I know. And I have hard ones at that. So the yeah, so the mood swings, I fear, are they're definitely not more of a symptom than I've ever recalled. Actually, I can't remember them, and it's funny because now in my personal life, I'm the happiest I've ever been. So it's not as though I'm a depressed person, or that I'm feeling let down by life. I'm more than proud of myself for where I am, my social position, where I am. I do feel, on the other hand, I do feel laid back. Laid back, not laid back. I do feel held back, and I do feel restricted, and that I'm missing out because I am a bit of a hogger of culture. I like to go there and I like to soak it all in, and I like to be there. I like to be that person doing it. Very competitive, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And also, I'm just interested in it. But that doesn't mean that I can't do it from the comfort of my abode, just in different form, and I should be content with that. That's absolutely fine. And it is absolutely fine. I just need to know it. I don't need to just tell myself it. I need to really think and breathe that it is alright that I'm in my bedroom doing it, and it is okay to work at my own pace, because whatever it is, it is. I can't work to anything else. So what can you say I do? I just have to commit myself to it and start feeling like I'm missing out. I don't like missing out. I don't like not being there. But it's teaching me to be an introvert, and there's a lot of beauty in that. And sometimes being there is half of it. I can work on the other half. I had one page, one page a day. It's a page more than maybe what I get someplace else. Say, yeah. So I don't know. So my skin was quite aggressive last night, and I had an argument with my family. I don't know about your families, but they struggle to grasp ME and what it is. So that seems to be a brick wall episode, which crops up every now and again. Arguments and things of that ilk, negative energy, it just drains you. And when you don't have energy and an unlimited resource of energy, then wasting it on things so petty like that it's really disappointing, and it's very hard to explain to people, as you must know, how it just floors you. It just floors you. Conversations floor me. By floor I mean exhaust, completely exhaust. So I mean, I'm sure they're getting there, but they've got their own lives. I don't want to be nursed. That's not it. I just want some understanding of the bigger picture. And one day it will lift. And this is why I'm doing this. So anyway, so that exhausted me, and I had to go, and I got quite emotional over it, and family, and I do poetry to help get through those emotional difficulties. And yeah, or those emotional downfalls, probably they're not difficulties. Like, who am I to say it's difficult? But they, it helps to push out, release some of the negative energy. And I definitely felt better after that. But I do feel that when I'm emotionally down, I get a lot more fatigue. Don't know if you find that, but I definitely do. And so it's controlling that. It's controlling that trigger. And so I felt that my skin was getting a lot worse. My mood had changed a lot more after doing this video, because it's tiring. And I was on the phone to my boyfriend, and I couldn't stop crying. And I didn't tell him that I was, but he knows me well enough to know. I just said the phone battery went when I hung up on him, because it was just, my face cracked and just water flowed out of me, like water and a dam breaking or something. I just became overly touchy, overly sensitive, and highly weepy. Very attractive for the other half. And I couldn't control it. I was just very self-pitying and very depressed. It was awful, and it's upsetting even to think about. And it stayed there for you know, it must have come in the latter half of the day, being more tired, and then it just seemed to mix in. It was kind of like a cauldron, and it was being sprinkled in hour by hour, mix, and you know, I kept facing brick walls, family, workload, friendships, and then on the part in your whole self worth, and just eats away at you, and you just think, how can I progress? Am I a dead shark? Am I a dead shark? Do I need to keep moving forward unless I die? I don't think so. I need to, you know, you plough your own garden, you do this, and that's what I'll have to do. But yeah, so I completely lost control of my emotions and cried my eyes out, and then I stayed up late because I felt all right. I felt all right after I cried, and my skin was fine. So they obviously married together, kind of underlying stress, and your body knows. Your body knows so much that you don't think it does, and I definitely I'm aware of that. But I mean, I'm not going to take antidepressants. They tell people, excuse me, they say people who have ME are on antidepressants because it helps them to sleep, or maybe from similar mood swings such as mine. But I haven't taken them because I don't believe that will help me. I'm not a tablet person by having to take it for other things. But for this, I think that cognitive behaviour therapy will help me, and when I finally get that blooming NHS. But I've had it before when I was sure that I had ME before it was diagnosed, and it really helped. So yeah, it's all about working within your limits, isn't it? And accepting that. The road to acceptance is a long, woody, potholed, deserted road. You just have to go on it. Everyone's got their own roads. Maybe you can think of it this way, that yours, at least you know that you're going to have more falls and you're prepared for that, whereas everyone else think they're on a clean tarmac. Not necessarily. Not necessarily at all. Yeah, you can upgrade your road in time, but for now, bare feet on pebbles, wood, and spikes, and potholes, and dog muck. Hey, it's a long road. There's got to be some dogs that they went there at one point. Yeah. So I've done some yoga, breathing exercises, and I felt it helped ground me to the floor. So before, it just feels like it brings in, connects all my energies, and I was feeling completely spaced out and woozy and dizzy, and like I'd been on a night out. By late night, I mean 1 o'clock, and I was in bed watching a program on iPlayer. Now that's not rock and roll, but but it was enough to send me in a tizzy, literally. And so I did some breathing. I don't want to do too much because I'm going to do some art. I'm going to do some drawing, art therapy, and then I'll go for a nap. And I'm going out tonight. I'm going out, meeting some friends. So I need to rest before, otherwise I'm in really bad company and I'll just be itchy, scratchy. I'm probably mood swingy as well. So you want to be your best self. You just want to be, yeah, be your best self, as Oprah says. And I'll go to bed later. But yeah, so if anyone else is experiencing those mood swings, the non-stop love, and it completely self-loathing, completely self-loathing and loss of hope, loss of faith, loss of any happiness, you just gotta hold on, because it's not worth it. It's not worth. It's not worth it conquering you, because you're within that. You are. It's just kind of. It's the cuckoo's egg. It's there for a time, but we'll kick it out the. We'll kick it out the nest before it hatches. So it's not going to kill any of the little birds, any of your little personality traits. It's not going to take it. It's not going to take the best of you. Okay? Okay. Right. Here we go. For the day. See you later. Bye.